What is up, boys and girls? In case you can't read, my name is DavidCigam, and I am back in focus now. This is my Survivor Game Changers Episode 6 review, and what a crazy episode this was. I saw we had 20 minutes left in the show, and they were entering Tribal Council. I was like, this is going to be an intense Tribal Council, but I thought there was going to be a lot of idols being played. I thought there was going to be strategy involved. I thought it was going to be a great classic Survivor gameplay Tribal Council, but what we got was... It was definitely in my opinion, way out of left field. Leading up in that episode, it was just a pizza reward. We saw the Red Tribe kind of talk about how hard Survivor is, but that's pretty much what we always saw from the Red Tribe. The Blue Tribe, of course, we mostly saw Varner working his game, trying to work his strategy, and it just basically led into the fact that we kind of, I think if you were able to watch the show and understand what's going on, you kind of knew the Blue Tribe was going to go to Tribal Council, because there was no strategy coming from the Red Tribe that episode. And what a crazy immunity challenge too with the words. That was definitely pretty crazy. Haley, of course, saved the day on that one. But then let's get into the Tribal Council, and wow, it was like Varner went into that Tribal Council and he was doing so good. I literally thought Varner was gonna make it out. I thought Varner was gonna swing everyone on his side. I thought either Zeke was gonna go. I thought literally Zeke might go home or Ozzy might go home, but then Varner just took it a step way too far. He I guess, I don't know what he was. I don't think a lot of people know what he was thinking. He clearly just went way out of bounds. He outed Zeke as being transgender, which honestly surprised me. I thought at first he was joking, or I didn't know what was. I thought there was something going on, and I thought it was like, wasn't a serious thing he said, but after he said it, the whole tribe just went crazy, started screaming at him, saying what he did was wrong. That was Zeke's. If Zeke wanted to out himself, he can out himself. You shouldn't be allowed to out him. And it was just pretty much everyone was screaming at Varner. So Varner went pretty much. He looked like he could make it out of this episode. He looked like he was playing classic Survivor. And with one thing, he just tanked his game, and it was terrible. It was like the worst, probably one of the worst moves in Survivor history, by outing someone as transgender. I don't really know where he was coming from with that. I guess the closest from what I'm understanding so far is he thought everyone outside the game knew Zeke was transgender, so he thought that was just something Zeke was keeping inside the game. And I guess he was trying to use that as an example to show that Zeke's keeping stuff from you guys. But it's just like him being transgender doesn't really relate to the game, so it was just kind of a stupid thing to out him on. So Varner clearly made a mistake, and I really wanted to see Varner make it far. I liked Varner in Cambodia. I wanted to see him make it far in this game, and that was terrible. That was a terrible thing. He made a mistake. He owned up to it. He's probably getting a lot of hate on Twitter from it, or Facebook too, but I mean, he apologized for it, and this happened like a year ago. I think him and Zeke, from what I understand, I think they moved on from it, but it was just it was one of the worst moves in Survivor. Like, his game was gone after that, and I was thinking, is there a way he can work out of this? Is there a way he can work out of this? There was no way he could work out of this. It didn't even go to a vote, which I'm not really a big fan of. There's two things I mean, Jeff typically attacks players, but I think Jeff was really, like, emotional in this. I think he really attacked Varner in this a lot, saying that, you know, what you're saying is inexcusable. That's no argument. You outed someone who didn't want to be outed. This is a game for $1 million. Was that the right move? And it was crazy. And then it got to the point where Jeff was all like, hey guys, are we voting, or is everyone just going to vote Varner out? And everyone's like, yeah, Varner's going to go home. And Varner was like, yeah, I'm probably going to go home. So they didn't even have a vote. Varner just got up, got his torch snuffed, left. It was over. And that was a crazy, crazy episode. And going forward, it's bad. It sucks for Varner. I thought he was a very entertaining player in Cambodia. I don't know if he'll ever come back. If he does come back, he's going to be on a villain tribe. If there was a heroes versus villain sequel, I could see them putting him on the villains tribe. That's if he ever gets invited back. He might not get invited back. He might. Who knows? And then Zeke going forward, he got a lot of sympathy in that tribal council. A lot of people felt sorry for him because he was outed without his permission in front of America. So I think he could end up being a target later on down the line. He may get voted out just because, you know, if he goes to the final tribal council, he can use that as a story to maybe try to get some votes for $1 million, and people are going to try to get him out before then, because now he's a big jury threat. He's a huge jury threat after that. So Varner kind of sunk his game too. Not only did Varner out him to in front of America, but his game is kind of sunken at this point. That's not something that you can like just ignore. So people probably don't want to go to final tribal council with him now. It's kind of like in season Second Chances, where Jeremy kind of hid the fact he had his wife at home with a pregnant son, or who was pregnant with his son, and that's definitely a better way to word that. And he didn't want to tell anyone until final tribal council, where he told everyone, and of course he won the $1 million because he knew if he told people beforehand, he'd be a jury threat, he'd be voted out. Zeke is now going to be a jury threat, and it sucks because Zeke was playing a good game. I think he might have been playing the same game he played last season when no one was able to watch this season, so no one was able to see the type of game he played. And he was playing a good game, and he might have been able to make it far, but with this, I don't know how much farther he's going to be able to make it. So we'll have to see. But Varner is out, Sandra's out, pretty much the whole Sandra crew is out, and we'll just have to see where the season goes on from here. They're merging next week. It's going to be a big shakeup. Ozzy's probably going to be target number 1 next week, seeing that it is a merge. So we'll just have to see where Survivor goes. But so far in this season has been the pre-merge. If I could talk about the pre-merge, has been amazing. It's been a very entertaining season. Every episode has pretty much entertained me. It's been classic Survivor. I think this is one of the best seasons I've seen. Yes, a lot of big names have went home, but there's been some good Survivor gameplay, in my opinion. But I would like to know what your opinion is. Leave a comment down below. What did you think about this tribal council? Do you understand where Varner was coming from? I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone agrees that Varner stepped way out of line, but do you understand where he was coming from? Does it make you think differently of Varner? Do you want to see Varner come back into a future season? What do you think is gonna? Do you think this is gonna hurt Zeke's game going forward? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and click like it. If you want to see more Survivor reviews or DavidCigam videos, please go ahead and subscribe. And again, my name is DavidCigam. Peace out.